Hey, nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be with you in this interview. Here in Mexico, we are so excited to have you here playing in March. So,
Yeah, thank you.
um, first of all, I want to start this interview talking a little bit about your trajectory as an artist, right? Because
Yep.
in just two albums, you gathered like a lot of fans, a lot of fans around the world. So, how does that feel for you?
Recently I've been like, wow, that's really scary because it's just two albums, and then like it sometimes it can feel like it's a lot to live up to. But then I have days where I'm like, this is just incredible, and it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity. Like I need to make the most of it. And I just want to travel all around the world and just connect with the people that have connected with my music without me even knowing, or so like yeah, it really I sometimes I sit on the two different sides of it where I'm like, this is really cool, and then other times I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do for the rest of my life? But I think I've said this in a few other interviews now that I do think I have like a quarter life crisis that's kind of been going on. I don't know how old you are, but maybe you'll have one or you've already have one. I don't know, but they definitely happen. So yeah.
Yeah, I understand that you're saying this crisis, and I want to get into this part because I think it's a cornerstone about your newest album. But first of all, and before we get into that, you touch like a topic that for me is very important, and it's your music. It's so personal, it's so relatable. A lot of people like can relate to your music, to your letters. So how you write your songs, where the inspiration come for you?
I think my inspiration, I think it comes from relationships with friends or love interests, or just like myself, the way I view myself, the way I sort of analyze myself uh, in, you know, in relationships or in my friendships, or what I think to myself really, and what I see out in the world. And so I think that's like where a lot of inspiration comes, and that's where you get to have like new perspective. I think that's when things happen in your life and you get new perspective, and things change. I really think that's when a lot of inspiration comes. Yeah, so I've just been going through a lot of change. Like the second album is a lot about love and kind of feeling overwhelmed with joy that you have reached a good place in your life, and that you feel not depressed and stuff. And while I was touring that, I was becoming increasingly more depressed, and me and my girlfriend broke up, and so everything flipped. Yeah, I know, not great. So that's why I think it's interesting, because now a lot of things have changed, and the music I'm making now sounds like like I'm in a completely different place than what either, If I Can Make You Go Quiet sounds like, or what I'm Doing It Again, Baby sounds like, which is, those are very two different albums. And then whatever this next thing is, it also is very different to both of those. So yeah.
For me, it's very interesting, but because you're touring around the world, and you have a lot of famous songs, and for you, how is like playing these songs, because the audience asks for these songs, but talking about things that have changed, as you say, like you broke up with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Some How is singing that music?
Uh, Actually, that some like while I was going through that stuff last year, we just had to swap out the songs that because I couldn't do it, because most of my songs, unless there's like a fictional element in the song, they come from a really true and real place in me, and I have to really be connected with sincerity and my emotions to perform them. And so when things are hard in my personal life, or I'm going through a breakup, or something has been bad with my girlfriend, or you know, it's hard to be away so much from her, then like it's really hard to play those songs. So that really is something that I've had to deal with on the road, and sometimes I couldn't play the songs because it was too hard. But yeah, so we'll see how it is playing all the sad songs, that the new songs that I'm making now one day. You know, sometimes it can be, yeah, really hard.
Can you tell me a little bit about this new music that you're working on? Any advance, any things that we can know?
So the new stuff that I'm making right now, I'm trying to just like, I was working in LA with this producer called Labyrinth, and he's like a really big producer, and he's an artist, and he's been around for a long time. And he was really just encouraging me to just pursue whatever comes into my mind, and just stay true to myself and not try and be anything that I'm not, which is always great advice really for anyone in their life. But so the music I'm making right now is just, it's a lot of different things. Some of it is slower guitar stuff, some of it is really just funky synth stuff, and some of it is just guitar and it's gritty and it's like chorusy stuff with like chorus pedals and stuff, that with a lot of distortion and a lot of grit. So right now I'm just allowing myself to create whatever that flows in, and just see what happens, and try to be more free, because it's when you speaking of like this pressure of like what's going to be next and stuff, it's like it really puts a weird pressure on your creativity, and that's not really good sometimes if it gets the best of you, which I think partly sometimes it has gotten the best of me. So that's really what I'm doing now. The music is just really a lot of different things now.
And talking a little bit about staying true to yourself, to your music, to your art, how you stay true in the road? Like you're most of the time go away from your home in another countries, in another continents. How you like get into home and say, okay, I'm gonna stay true, I'm gonna stay focused into my music? How you make that?
It's really hard to balance the life of like touring and then balance it with coming home and then try and also stay productive. And so really I'm trying to figure that out now. I don't really know. Like I definitely make stuff on the road, and I have a studio with me on the road where I get to make stuff backstage. But when I come home, it's like I need to like, I haven't seen my dogs or my sister or my family. So like, and I was away for maybe 7, 8, 9 months last year. So, and that's like a really long time. So it's hard to balance. So now I'm trying to let myself relax and let myself look back at what's been a really big and great year, and to soak that up. And it's fine to, so sometimes the only thing you do one day is to just write in your journal, or just play some piano, play some guitar, but you don't have to be, it doesn't need to be a full-fledged studio day type of thing. Yeah, that's something that I've been doing a lot. So yeah, I'm really trying to figure out the balance of just staying true to myself, because sometimes if you, like I mentioned, if you have this sort of identity crisis, you don't even know who you are. So you just need to like really slow down the pace and really just allow yourself to be, and to journal, and to think, really. Yeah,
I think there is a lot of stuff that we can keep talking about. Unfortunately, the time is running up, so I want to close this interview first of all thanking you, because you're such an inspiration, and I'm a huge fan of the project, and I'm very excited to see you playing here in Mexico. So to close this interview, I want to ask you the last question. If you can describe me, Girl in Red, in only 3 words, what words would it be?
great lesbian songs.
I love that.
I don't know. Rock and roll, maybe.
Rock and roll. I like the first one most.
Okay, cool. Great lesbian songs. Let's go with that one.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure. We hope to see you in person here in Mexico.
Hey guys, Girl in Red here, and you're listening to Reactor 105.